Hello, fellow teachers and educationalists like me. If you are assigned to, for example, deliver a course over a semester, typically vary between 12 to 14 weeks, we tend to use too much of our time, maybe, nearly all the 14 weeks to deliver lectures. Of course, there may be some time for tutorials and workshops for students to interact, but overall speaking, not enough, let's admit it, right? Not enough for students to learn from each other, not enough for students to voice their own opinion and interact with us and with other students. So here at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, we're piloting a new learning pedagogy whereby we only use about 80% of the semester time to deliver the essence of the course, and you use the remaining time to help students to learn how to do research, how to generate different scenarios, how to plan for various things to project for them to happen, and also to combine the different scenarios together based on particular topics, issues that we hand out to them. So, we put together a simple and short animation to illustrate exactly what it is and also the logistics of running with it. Here it follows. Well, typically when we're delivering a lecture, we'll be standing at the front and, illustrating various things with different types of presentation aids. Now, when you think about the students, we are actually doing a one-size-fits-all lecture delivery, and therefore, not all students will gain the same thing. Some students may, I suppose, absorb very much about what we say, but many others, unfortunately, may be distracted. They may be bored. They may not have the attention span to stay focused for a long time. Now, of course, we all know that there are many different ways to stimulate students' interest and participation in class and beyond. Well, PolyU's research in the last 6 years with secondary students have revealed that, in fact, secondary students as a whole are very dissatisfied and bored with the curriculum. Why? Because they find that the curriculum is fixed, they don't have any participation, and it's boring. Directly attacking on this particular point, we are now piloting a new learning pedagogy whereby we actually invite students, graduates, and also practitioners to co-create part of the syllabus and curriculum together. How exciting it is! Now, as mentioned before, we only use about 70 to 80% of the time in a semester to deliver what we want to share with the students. In fact, the professor or the lecturer have to do more. We actually, prepare and hand out a set of templates. Templates about how to do a scenario, how to do forecasting, different techniques, what are the resources on the internet, as well as, the materials in the domain the lectures are on, because students would also have to turn to this material and more in order to draw their sources. So students may work in groups and they may divide the work among themselves. Some students may be doing some searching and more background research. Other students could be brainstorming to generate the different types of scenarios. They could do it in different places at different times, of course. They could do it in the library, they can do it at university, they can do it at home, or at any other learning spaces as well. We also expect the students to come back together regularly and discuss among themselves about what they have found, what they have discussed, what they have generated, and composite the scenarios, collectively. And by that, we also provide template documents for the students to document what they have generated. For example, what's the name of the scenario, describe the scenario, where are the sources of information that's supporting the scenario, the expected year of materialization, for example, of that scenario, who are the major players, the major agents, the drivers, and so forth, among other information. Ultimately, each group of students would have to present their findings, their forecasts to the rest of the class and receive further comments. Now, when it comes to presentation time, it's really exciting. Now, the students, as I said, everyone has to present in each group. Not only the professor or the lecturer will listen, but he or she can also invite other parties like peers, like graduates, especially those who have taken this subject before and is working in this area, plus practitioners and any other people that he or she deemed to be appropriate capacity to come in to form this panel of experts to provide comments and feedback to the students' results. And students listen carefully and they incorporate the feedback into the templates, update the templates, and later on, of course, submit it to the professor as part of the deliverables. After the students' presentation are all over, naturally, as we expect, the teacher, the professor, will receive a stack of scenarios, many scenarios. Why? Because each group will generate a number of scenarios based on their findings. The professor will go through each and every one of these scenarios and ascertain, together with his peers, again, not just colleagues, but also selective graduates, practitioners, and other people as well, to see whether any one of these scenarios, whole scenario or partial scenarios, are actually becoming true or even materialize. Because if that's the case, they will start to discuss how to actually factor in an appropriate adjustment of the syllabus in the next delivery of the subject to reflect about this new development in the field. Well, naturally, as time progresses, when the subject is being delivered again, whether it's in the next semester or come next year, the syllabus may be updated. And in fact, it's a very good thing to have a better reflection of what exactly, in reality, this subject or a particular topic is being evolved. So naturally, this is a much better syllabus than the previous static one. This is really a win-win-win situation. Win for the students, win for the professor, and win for the university. Wonderful. Now you have a basic idea about the logistics and the essence of this new pedagogy. Of course, we would like you to get involved, be part of this journey as well. Contact us with the information here, and we're only too happy to help. We have got all the templates, the guides, and everything. Please contact us.